Welcome to Solstice Garden TV. I'm going to give you a little garden tour. Here is our rooftop garden. I moved here in 2009 to build out this garden, and it looked radically different than it does right now. And here are my cats. And so, yeah, this is on top of a garage, and it is reinforced and triple sealed. And yes, we still have a problem with a leak, and we've been trying to fix it for years, but it's getting better. Anyways, we have these, which are my tattoos. These are nasturtiums. Everything's so happy from the rain. So I'm playing with all of different native plants, different plants that I've met along my journeys, and plants I'm getting to know. So this is valerian. You can see that these flowers are kind of on their way out. Right over here we have more. They like to spread. But valerian is a beautiful sedative and relaxant, and so it gets really big. The roots are what you want, but the flowers also kind of smell like stinky feet, but I like it. And you can make a tea out of them. This is my herb spiral. This herb spiral was built by my ex-husband Dietrich and my dear friend Dan, who really helped this whole house come to be. This is tansy. It'll have yellow button-like blossoms very soon. As you can see, I love these little kind of like folded in new growths. It's really big this year. We have more valerian. I love their intensely lobed leaves. This is sweet woodruff, which is just starting to bloom. Pretty purple flowers that the bees love. We have a patch of stinging nettles. Don't touch them. Then we have a couple little anise hyssops and another catnip right here. And all of this is yarrow. It looks just like, not just like, but similar to the valerian, but the leaves are different. So you can see they're kind of feathery. Yarrow is an amazing protector. It's great to raise the blood temperature, as well as provide psychic protection in your field, in your area. It's a really strong medicinal herb. The leaves as a poultice help to staunch bleeding, and it helps to regulate bleeding for women and your hormones. These guys are going everywhere. We have Echinacea, which is getting so close to blooming, and I love watching it explode. And these purple flowers in here are catnip. And there's my cat showing off for you. Let's see, we have these irises just finished. Those right there. And then we have a huge sunflower getting ready. In here I planted a bunch of flower seeds, and we had a bunch of bulbs, so we'll see what happens. Lots more yarrow, more flower seeds that I just planted in there. And this guy, we have a lot of slugs eating our leafy greens, as you can see. But I planted some squash seeds from a squash that I had from the fall, and they are exploding. So I need to figure out what to do with all of these, because there's more there. And then I just transplanted some more in here. So it'll be kind of crazy. I have a couple cilantros and a couple carrots coming up in here, but my cat scratched a lot of the seeds, so I don't know if they're gonna come up. But this is our giant patch of raspberries. You can see the little raspberries starting. And then an asparagus, which we had in the spring, and a rhubarb behind, which I think is all but gone right now. And this is the bed I planted a couple weeks ago. We have some strawberries that made it. I thought that they had all died, and then I found a few, but he's doing well. Lots of big leaves. We have beets, and we have radishes starting to come up. And then all these little beans just sprouted. Kind of do an interplanting method, as you'll see, so things kind of get mixed in with each other and have layers to them. Then we have all these tomatoes in the background. I didn't plant any tomatoes or buy any this year. These all just came up as volunteers from seeds in the past. So I just redid all of these black planters. So we have nasturtiums, which you'll see the other ones over there, and then I did mint in a lot of them, so they'll get big. We'll have pretty orange lilies there soon. This is a peach tree. You see the peaches on there? There we go. More sunflowers back here. This is the back edge where the compost pile used to be. And then over here I have peppers and more tomatoes. And I planted a bunch of dill with my lover. And I think we can see these little tiny guys. Do you see these little tiny guys? I think that's the dill coming up. Arugula, more tomatoes, some wild carrots. These are all tomatoes and peppers, some greens, and a mystery squash that came up. So my cat follow me around, per usual. Here's some garlic. You can tell garlic because it has this flat leaf, and this one has a scape on it, right? This is the seed, and it'll come out into a bunch of little boobules, which you can plant. My cat is laying on my foot. She's been very lovey all day. Over here's the medicinal herb garden. We have huge amounts of oregano. I've been cutting it back a lot, so we don't have a ton of flowers, but we'll get more throughout the year. The chives were huge. We have more nasturtiums in the corner. We planted dill all in the center area, and so I'm kind of waiting to see what happens. Then we have thyme and violet leaf and lots of nettles and anise hyssop. I want to go buy some sage and other guys for here. They all died. This is mint, chocolate mint. And then we have a huge patch of beets with some more volunteer tomatoes in the back. This is my patch of radishes. I've eaten most of them. We have a couple little bits of cilantro that I cut last night, and this is another volunteer squash, and you can see the beautiful little buds in there. And then we have beans who are starting to flower, which will be beans soon. These are bush purple beans, and this is a heirloom variety that I planted, and I didn't think all these seeds would be viable, so there's a lot more than, you know, they're a little crowded. We have all these beautiful Chinese cabbages, and we have some late summer peas, so I'm probably gonna harvest those soon. And some more little radishes in here. These ones are little so far. And then this whole bed was chives, and I'm working on cutting it back so it can go. And this mural was done by my friend Shrine, who's an incredible artist out of LA. So there you go. That's the garden tour. Oh, and stay posted. We're gonna get rubber pavers for all of this so I can host workshops out here and have a little bit more of a sturdy ground for everybody to stand on. So there we go. There's the cat chasing a butterfly. Oh, one more thing. We have these compost bins and a rain barrel, which allows for us to make our own soil and save our own water just in case anything happens. So, yep, it's a nice life out here. This is where I was just drinking my coffee. Simple, low tech, and I love it.